So we're starting today with solving systems of equations. Now, systems of equations, it's you could Google like the official term. All right, basically, if you're gonna have two equations, usually it's like an x and y as your variable. You normally have as many equations as you do variables. You can have up to three equations. You have three variables. That's not fun, but that's also algebra 2. Quack, quack, quack. All right, so um, here's things that you need to know. When they intersect, you have one solution. Okay. When this coinciding lines, basically it's the same line. If they're the same line, they're going to lay on top of each other. They infinitely many. Now, this one right here, this no solution. This is when they're parallel. This is when you're looking at this, and I'm going to show you some cheat codes here in a second. All right, this is the same slope. Okay, same slope. So when we're getting stuff ready to graph, if we look at the same slope, there's really no reason to graph because it's going to be right there. Haha. So this is what we're going to do here. First, we're going to move this over, and we are going to lock it because I have a very bad habit about moving this around. All right. Normally, if we were in class, I would suggest doing this different colored pencils. My favorite colored pencils are the ones that you can erase with. Okay. So we're going to, oh, wait, I forgot. They told us we have to wear masks now. So let me get my mask. Okay, so we got my mask on now. I'm safe. Meemaw Ivy said we got to wear a mask, so we're good to go. All right. Now, remember, this is my B, this is my Y intercept. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right here. All right, this is -3/1. Now, I go to the right first. We had some issues with that on one of the tests, and I'll take care of that later. Go to the right first, go down 1, 2, 3. All right, now, just for, you know, just to be safe here, I'm actually going, I went on a little bit more and make sure this is red. And I'm going to draw me a line. Oh my goodness. Not that. I thought I had it. What happened? All right. So I want to draw this line all the way down. Now, I know some of y'all and some of the students in the past, they have just stopped right here at the points. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. That's not good. Captain America wouldn't do that. So why would you do it? All right. So for this one right here, we're going to do this one in blue, kind of keeping up with the theme. All right. So this is my B. So I go to -2, 1, 2. Okay. And then my M is going to be 1/1. So I'm going to go up 1/1, up 1/1. Now, for those that do this, you are actually probably in the better category because if you do this, you'll see where they intersect. And yeah, I know I just moved it to make it intersect. But, ooh, there's a better blue. But I have a hard time graphing with this thing sometimes. I mean, I don't care. Got my mask on, me, my Ivy would be happy. All right, so our intersection is this point right here. Now, we could actually have not graphed this line. We could have stopped and said this was good to go. So this is at /3 up 1. So we're going to write it as a coordinate point because it's an X and a Y, okay? That's where those intersect. Those are where they're the same. Okay. Oh, sorry. I got excited. So this one's going to be X equals -3. And the reason why I got or Y equals -3, X, Y, same difference, is this is a very easy line to graph. 1, 2, 3. Go down to -3 and go all the way across. Okay. So I didn't have to do anything right there with that. Now, for this one, my B is also going to be -3. I wonder where they intercept. Okay, then I got to go up 1/1. And I'm not going to use the straight line tool for this because I know that's where they intercept. And they intercept at 0, -3. Some of y'all could have known this without graphing it. But for those that need to graph it, if you're a very visual learner. Okay, Y'all have to go from here. All right, back to red. So my B is 2, my M is -3/1. So 1, 2 over 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I better, go back this way a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Just to make sure. Drawing lines. Okay. So there we go. Now, this one down here, we got to do some stuff to it. So I got to subtract 3x. I can't graph it like that. So y equals -3x plus 9. Wait just a second. Our b is going to be 9. That's going to be right here. Our m is also -3/1. That means they're the same slope. Okay, so I could possibly, we're going to imagine that this is like that. So here we go. This one is no solution. There's one way to write it. You can also go no solution. I can't spell. Captain America would do better than that. He's probably upset with me. Solution. Okay, but I got on my mask. Me and Ma Ivy would be very appreciative. All right. I'm actually not going to do this one because I don't want to, but I want to get to the main thing, making the main thing the main thing. If we were doing like a face-to-face, I would have done that, but, thanks COVID, we're not. All right, so that one's not worth looking at either. This one is. Okay, and there's a reason why. So let's graph this first one. All right, so B equals 5 and M equals 3/1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to move my face. Hang on. Okay. So over 1, up 1, 2, 3. All right. So I got my graph. There's a reason why. It's going to be okay. Because I know stuff about things. If we were to add 3x to both sides right here to be able to graph this one, it's the same line. So this has infinitely many. Kind of like those daggum infinity stones that used to cause us so much trouble on the Avengers. Okay? So infinitely many. All right. I got to move my face again. Hang on. All right. So substitution. A lot of people like substitution because they like to plug in stuff and everything. So basically, we're going to solve for one variable in an equation. Some of these are going to be just blatantly easy. I'm going to do some of them. I'm going to set some of them up, so y'all just bear with me. All right, you're going to substitute. So we're going to plug in, and then we're going to substitute again, and then we're going to write our answer as a coordinate point. All right, I don't even like using this stuff when I'm face-to-face, much less when I'm behind my Captain America, Mimo Ivy mask. All right, so this is what I mean by being blatantly obvious. This already has x to one side by itself, so all I need to do is take all that and plug it in right there. So I'm going to have 3 times, do your parentheses, they will help, plus 2y is -5. All right, so I'm going to take everything this is and plug it in because we know that's what x equals. Okay, 2y minus 7. So now we do a little distribute, the property. So 6y minus 21 plus 2y equals 5. Okay, so I got to combine like terms. So 6 plus 2, we got 8y minus 21. That's a -5. There. Okay, so I want to add 21, add 21. All right, so we got 8y equals 16. divided by 2 divided by 2. All right, so y equals 2. We know that. So how can we find x? Well, we're actually going to plug it in. Quick point at the screen. This stuff right here. So we know that x equals, if x equals 2y minus 7, and we know what y is, so we can plug in. So it's 2 times 2 minus 7. And this is going to give us, let's see, 2 times 2 is 4 minus 7, negative 3. So our answer for this one is actually negative 3, 2. Ta-da! Okay. Not too bad. All right, let's look at this one. But we're going to look at this one in a different move myself over here. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. We look at both of them. You actually have to look at them first. Go look at them. See what they're doing. Being all sneaky. All right, so we're going to take all this right here and plug it in where we see y. All right. So we're going to have x plus. Now we could do parentheses. No, we need to do parentheses. I forgot there's a coefficient out there. Coefficient is just a fancy word to number beside the variable. All right. So we're going to distribute. So this is going to be 6x minus 28. Okay, I'm going to combine like terms here. So x plus this is 7x minus 28 equals 14. Okay, add 28 to both sides. Okay, very good. Oh, I went through it. I don't care. We know what that number is. So this is a 2 and here divided by 7. So we know that x equals 6. Okay, so in our, we know that's what it is. So we could actually plug it in right here. Let's use another color just so we can. So we could actually take a calculator and plug this in right here, and it's going to give us our answer. All right, so 3 times 6 is 18, minus 14 is 4. So our final answer for this is actually 6, 4. And I will never be 6'4". Okay, so now, like this one, I'm not going to solve this one. I'm going to set it up for you, help you out a little bit. That's what Captain America would do. Plug this one in. So we have 4 times, and then minus y equals 4. All right, so we have y over 4. This is actually a pretty good one. Actually, I think I needed to do this one. No, I don't. Okay. One thing that people forget is that this is actually like 1 over 4. So this, when we multiply, this actually gives you y plus 4 minus, oh, no, we need to do this one. Minus y equals 4. Now, when we combine like terms, well, y minus y, that's no y's. Wouldn't that be awesome if we had a world with no y's? All right, and we have 4 over 4. We have a true statement. This one would be all real numbers, and this stands for numbers. It's not all real hashtags. Daggum kids, get off my yard. All right, so this one you kind of have either way that you could go to. All right, we don't have a variable by itself, but this is like the old choose your own adventure books. Pick a variable that you want by itself. Okay, I like the path of least resistance, and it's really not going to matter for these, because let's say if we use this one and we solve for y. So we're going to have minus 5x plus y equals 17. And we would add 5x to both sides. And we would end up with y equals 5x plus 17. And we could easily plug that in there. You could have done the same thing if you were to take this and solve for x. It doesn't matter. Choose your own adventure. Okay. This one. Need to talk about this one. This one kind of looks like graphing, but not really. Okay. Because you could actually, let's kind of look at this one a little bit, because it looks like it, but it's not really. We're going to take what we have for y and we're going to plug it in right here. So we're going to have 3x minus 11. Yeah, I did not do parentheses because there's not a coefficient right there. Okay, and minus 3x equals negative 13. So when we do this and we combine like terms, those three x's go away. I'm left with negative 11 equals negative 13. Do those equal the same thing? No. This is a false statement. Okay. This would, even Snopes says, or Snoops or Snopes or whatever it's supposed to be. I don't know. I'm hooked on Pahonics is what I had. All right. So this is going to be no solution. All right. And now this one, it looks a little funky because the stuff is not in the right order. Honestly, if I were doing this one, and I'm going to set it up for you, I would take this stuff right here and I would solve for y because this seems pretty easy. Okay. Okay. Mr. Mackey. All right. So you could easily solve for y right here and plug in. All right. Now that's it. Wear your mask like Captain Meemaw. Meemaw Ivy, the great governor of Alabama, said to wear the mask. But that's what we're doing. Okay. Hope y'all understood. If not, maybe you at least got a laugh. All right. Have a great day. All right. Roll Tide.